Welcome, and let us take a look at the first tech-free French landship, the Char 2C. This vessel is quite an interesting one for the French tree, and with the French naval victory soon to be upon us, why not take this chance to actually look at the French landships. The Char 2C, the tech-free version, is armed with a 75mm main gun. This gun has a choice between armor-piercing high explosive and high explosive shells. In general, you want to take the armor-piercing shells. The reload of this gun can vary between 7.15 and 5.5 seconds. Quite a quick gun, and at a battle rating of 2.3, quite a punchy gun as well, although I must add that the penetration of the armor-piercing shell leaves some to be desired. Though sadly a downside of this main armament is the glacially slow turret reverse of 7.2 degrees a second, and that is spaded. Overall quite an interesting main armament, but it does have its downsides. When it comes to secondary armament, the Char 2C is equipped with two single 8mm machine guns, one in the hull and one in the turret at the rear. The two machine guns seen on the side of the vessel can sadly not be used. These machine guns don't have much purpose other than the odd aircraft or the odd milk truck you'll see running around. When it comes to mobility, the Char 2C can be quite surprising, though not with her top speed, coming in with a very slow 15 km an hour. The surprise of the Char 2C's mobility is her turning, being able to neutral steer, and quite quickly at that for a 70-ton vessel. When it comes to survivability, the Char 2C again has two sides to it. The thickest her armor gets is 45mm, which is not nearly thick enough to stop any shells. But the Char 2C has a crew complement of 12 men. This is a large quantity of people to be in one tank, 8 of them being in the front of the vessel and 4 in the rear. This means that you can take quite a few shell hits without your crew being knocked out, although I must add that the main armament and the driver will get knocked out quite frequently. So whilst yes, you can take quite a few hits, if you get hit in a bad position, you might still die anyways. When it comes to playstyle, I really like the Char 2C. You can be really aggressive with it in the down tier, but in an up tier the gun just doesn't perform well enough. So in short, pray to the snail above and hope that the matchmaking gods favor you. But even then, if you don't really know how to play it, I recommend being aggressive in it. People at this low of a BR of 2.3 generally don't really know how to react to a tank this big, just barreling towards them. So to summarize, the firepower is alright, although not all that efficient in an up tier. The secondary armament is, well, it's standard for a vessel of this type. The mobility can be quite surprising, even though it has a slow top speed. The turn is really good on Char 2C. Survivability is again a two-sided coin. Yes, the armor value is quite thin, but a large crew complement can make you quite resilient to a lot of punishment. And the playstyle is, I would say, aggressive, but do keep in mind the matchmaking you're in. Verdict: spaded. The Char 2C being at a low rank 2 and a BR of 2.3 is very easy to acquire and very easy to spade, and also personally one of my favorite land vessels at this BR. The Char 2C really is a fun vessel, and I cannot recommend it enough to people who just want to play something fun and wacky. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again next year.